DMP is free, open-source music catalog management software. The whole series, starting with an introduction and deployment instructions, is linked above. We start by logging in. If this is your first login, then you must use the username and password chosen during the deployment. The first tutorial is about writers. Writers are natural persons, meaning people, who create music. They can be composers and/or lyricists for original works and can have other roles when they modify existing musical works. If you want to go into details, watch the video linked above from our Music Publishing 101 series. There are several ways to get to the Add Writer view. The default is to click on Add next to Writers in the Home view. This will take you to Add Writer view. Please note that, depending on your plan and settings, this view may look slightly different. First and last names are obvious. If a writer only has one name, it goes in the last name field. Ipi name and base numbers are next. Ipi name numbers are more common, and often just called IPIs. They are covered in detail in the video from our basic series, linked above. Society affiliations come next. Note that in the US, UK and generally countries following Anglo-Saxon common law, writers are only affiliated with performance right organizations. Depending on your settings, additional fields could be shown here. We have filled it out for Emma Janssen. We'll come back to general agreements and notes a bit later. Right now, we'll just click on Save. This will save this writer and take us to the list of writers. By default, they are sorted alphabetically by their last name, then first, then IPI name number. But you can sort them in any way you like by clicking on column names. Obviously, I added 2 more writers, so I can demonstrate search. By searching and filtering, you can find any writer very quickly. Let's see how we can use this information in a musical work. We could go back to the home view using the breadcrumbs, but we'll just open the menu by clicking on the left side. Let us just click on Add next to musical work. We'll hide the side menu, as this view is quite wide. We'll cover adding works in detail in another tutorial. For now, let us just add the title and then go to the Writers in Work section. We select the writer, in this case it is Emma. Note that this field is searchable, you can just start typing to narrow down the list. We also select the role. Emma is the sole writer here, so 100% manuscript share, and controlled. Remember, how much is transferred to the publisher, was set during deployment. I said there are several ways to come to writer form. Let's click on the yellow pencil. A new window pops up, with Emma's data. I explained the top fields. The writers with the general agreement set are controlled in all works. The society assigned agreement number, required in some societies, can be entered here, as well as the default publisher fee for this writer. But, let's scroll down. If you have set up the file storage during the deployment, you'll have a public section here, where you can upload an image and set a description. We'll explain this later in this series. At the bottom is a purely internal field for notes. We haven't changed anything, so we can just close this pop-up. And click on Save at the bottom. The work was saved. We'll cover this view in detail in a video about adding and editing works. This video is reusing materials from that Green Think tutorial about writers. TGT is a DMP's large commercial sibling with many additional features. For example, you can enter far more data about the general original agreement, including specific shared transfers for this writer. And you can enter data about multiple publishers, whereas in DMP, there is only one publisher, entered through settings. You can watch the first 2 episodes of TGT tutorials, about writers and publishers, for comparison. Below is the whole DMP series. Here are Music Metadata Basics and Music Publishing 101 series. Please share with music industry professionals. Thumbs up and keep watching.